should be live. Hello. Hello, hello. I should be live now. Hello? Testing. Hello. Oh, my fingers look grimy as hell in that. Saying. Hello? Am I live? I should be. What's good? What's good? Was popping, Jimbo? Gonna wait for someone to hop in before I start my little introduction explanation. Shenanigan. Let me see if I can slightly adjust that also. There we go. That looks a bit more level. Oh, Java update. Leave me the hell alone. Hey, we got Thimble in here. Hey, what's up, Thimble? I'm gonna start the intro now. You're here. Welcome to another fucking stinky stream. This time instead of doing gunplay, we're gonna be doing something even nerdier, I would say. This time we're gonna be doing miniature painting, and yes, this is involved or relevant to extremely nerdy stuff like fucking D&D, Pathfinder, Warhammer, all that kind of fucking nerdy shit. This is like, I would argue, the next tier up from Gundam. So we're really delving into my degeneracy right here. And in particular, we're going to be doing something that's a bit of a first for me. We're going to be doing a dragon. Specifically, this is a red dragon. Yeah, I'm used to doing smaller miniatures, so to give you something for perspective, something about that size. I am not used to something this big, but we're gonna give it a proper good go anyway. Because here at the Stink channel, we don't know when to quit. That's probably the best slogan I'm gonna get all evening. But if I can get this to focus, I should do. There we go. This is the kind of quality paint job I do manage to do. However, obviously that's the size of my thumb. Next to it, it's about the size of my thumb. This shit, yeah, it's a bit bigger, isn't it? I've already got him primed and ready for all the detailing and stuff. I did that ahead of time because spray paint in each coat takes about 3 hours to dry, and you're literally just doing it in a primary like flat colour. I don't think that would be fun to watch for 6 hours waiting for this, literally watching paint dry. So I went ahead and did that in advance. Also, it's winter at the moment here in Bungland, so it's easier for me to do all the spray painting and shit in the morning because of moisture in the air and all that fun stuff. So yeah, let me quickly turn this tune up. There we are. This time I've stuck on RuneScape fucking, I think it's RuneScape 2 music, or it would be considered RuneScape 2.0 or old school RuneScape music, because I don't think I'm going to get copyright struck for that kind of music. It's also fitting. Fantasy music, fantasy painting, all goes hand in hand. But yeah, going to be doing the Red Dragon. Let me get the spray paints before I continue, because I've got a lot of shit I need to do. I've got a lot of prep I need to do, even though I've done the spray paint. So just before I do that, let me show you the colours I did. I used Cobra spray paints. Those are the best for me. If you ask me, does it have the colour on them? It should do. This is a light brown, as you can see there, light brown. Those are all your info if you're interested. And then I also have, what's this? White, 001, the flat white colour. And why I've done that, I've done something called a xenial highlight. So in theory, it's meant to be like kind of where the light hits it. So the kind of light is hitting from this kind of angle. That's how I spray painted the white on. And if you rotate it more, there's a bit of a fade. And the darker areas are the other flat base colour. And it also kind of brings out the details of the model a bit more than just having one flat coat. That is the theory of it. However, I just think it makes it a bit more easier for doing detailing and shit further on. Because you've kind of done half the effort yourself. Just with a bit of a you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what I've done already. Just before I continue, I will show you where I got this figure from, because this is actually something kind of unique. Oh shit, I'm getting caught on other stuff. I got it from this fucking mahungus box set, Wrath of Ashardalon, or Ashardalon. It comes with something stupid like 40 miniatures. Okay, that's the post-it notes flying away. It comes with like 40 miniatures, all in different scale, all to 28mm at least, so they're compatible with anything else that is to 28mm, which is very, very nice, considering if you were to buy this kind of figure standalone, it would run you about 15-20 quid. So getting 40 figures, including this guy, at various different scales or beast sizes, for 45 quid, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal. Here's another beast that comes in there. I had a little not conversation, I asked in the Discord which one I should do first. The what's his name, Otiug, or the Red Dragon, and Dwayne said I should do the Red Dragon, so that's why I'm doing that. But yeah, it's a scale with a sort of large figure. This is kind of humongous or huge, or whatever the scale would be. So yeah. Now I've got all that bloody exposition out of the way, I can start getting ready. Finally, goddamn. Put this box away. There we are. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, I'm lifting up a giant toolbox right now, as you can see. This is where I keep all of my paint material, because it's just one box. I shove the majority of the stuff into, and it's away, out of sight, out of mind. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep them to the side just in case I need them. I'm using super cheap paints at the moment, so yeah. Generally, this is a really big no-no. You bloody have painting veterans having kittens at this, but yeah, I don't use fucking expensive paints. God no. Your boy uses the cheapest store brand paints, because he was doing cheap ass miniatures before. Obviously, Rat Boy here. Rat Boy. He is a Games Workshop Citadel Mini. A bit more expensive, so I have invested in some newer paints. However, for Big Boy here, I'm gonna do this initial attempt in the cheapo paints. Here's my dirty ass fucking paint mixing thing. I've got to scrape that off and clean it eventually. Here's my cheapo brushes. See, I've got nothing too out there. No super special brand. I think all of this ran me about 40 quid total, if that. So yeah, I'm gonna move that away and tuck that in a bit more so we can focus on that whilst I'm painting. Let me check the Discord a second. Okay, everything is all good. I'm going to move that. Yeah, that audio is still working fine and dandy. What do I need to do now? All I need to do is pour myself some water, not as a drink, as brush washing, so I can rinse out the different colours. That will do. I can drink the rest of this. Okay. Excuse me. But talking for multiple hours kind of kills your throat, so I need some water on hand. Not just because I'm painting. But yeah, I'm going to start now. What I'm thinking is, he is a red dragon specifically, so I'm gonna start off with a kind of dark purple, rich red. I'm thinking. I did not mean to open paint, fuck. But I'm gonna focus that mainly on his main body. I'm gonna miss out these primary horns. I'm also gonna do the kind of the muscle bits of the wings, and miss out the central bits, because I'm thinking I'm going to do them a separate colour. I'm also going to do his tail, but not this frilly bit that's above his tail. If that's the plan so far, we'll slap a bit of paint on and see how that one goes. One thing you should always know about painting: stuff never goes as planned. Never goes to plan. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to start off with a cheapo crimson, because why not? It is acrylic, it works. It's better than like Panland shit, or like dollar store paints, but it's not as good as the real good branded shit like Citadel paints or Vallejo, Army Painter, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it reaches the bare minimum requirements. Okay, I'm gonna squirt a little dab on there. Actually, probably a bit more than I normally do, because this is fucking humongous. That's mini compared to what I normally do. So there it is. And here's another tip for you. If ever you're interested in getting into this, always water down your minis. Fucking hell. Thin your paints. They're water-based acrylics, so use a bit of water for that. This helps it flow into the cracks, and it doesn't leave a thick ream. I can always post some memes after the stream to show you the result if you don't thin your paints, but yeah, it's generally a good idea to thin your paints a bit. Helps with the flow. So here we go. You ready, lads? I certainly am not. Oh yeah, I've got him on a fucking grindy ass pepper thing, so I can move the model around without actually touching where I'm painting. I should rotate it like that. As you can see, it's kind of like soaking in the paint, and you can see kind of like, I don't know if you can actually see that. You can see like speckly ass bits where the details, they haven't soaked the paint in yet. That's good. If this was thick, them details would be gone. They wouldn't be kind of bare, trying to suck in the water or the flow aid. The flow being water on this type of material. So yeah, this is going to look a bit fucking sketchy and rough, but this is just blocking out the primary colours for the mini. So don't worry too much. I also need to try and get a decent clamp arm for this. So because I want to try and get. I just realised my arm was in the way of that. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I want to try and get it perspective to be overhead rather than positioned like this, because I have found that you get in the way a bit, and I worry about blocking what you see. I should get that up. There we go. That's probably for the best. Right, my paint's running out a little bit, so I'll get more on my brush. I'm not mixing any colours for this first blocking out coat, because Jesus Christ, that would be a lot of mixing for a lot of little details, or a lot of painting rather, that I'm not quite ready for yet. I'm not ready for that commitment. How are you guys though? How's your weekend been? How are you, Thimble? Go. Sometimes you get a bit of a like hair stuck, or like a bit of dust fibre stuck on your model. Say when you're spray painting, you just need to like knock that loose and pick it off, and you should be good. Presuming it isn't a massive ass like hairball or something, then you might have issues with that. I'm trying to, at the moment, get the top of them finger things, but not the nail itself. Because I want to do them nails as deep black or grey or something, you know? Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do the entire nail red, because a black or a grey, that's a darker colour than this, so it won't take a lot of layers to rectify that. It's only a little bit of paint relative to the rest of the model. If this was like Rat Boy, wherever he's gone, here, you know, that's bordering on the size of his bloody weapon itself. Then maybe I'd be a bit more careful, because you know that's a bit more of a bigger detail relative to the rest of the model. But on this, at the moment, nah. Oh shit, I'm getting in the way again. Went to take a shower. Hey Dwayne, what's cooking? What's popping, man? I've literally just started painting, if you couldn't tell. As I said in my intro, the only thing I did before the stream was the spray painting, because that takes 3 hours between each coat to dry, and I don't think sitting around for 3 hours watching actual paint dry would make for a fun stream. So I went ahead and did that in advance. But yeah, we're literally just blocking out the primary colours at the moment. On this fucking beefy ass red dragon. What else did I say? Oh yeah, I'm not used to doing giant models like this. That's another thing I said. I'm used to doing a tiny ass model like that. So this is certainly something new for me. He also, something I didn't get around to, this model is kind of goofy. Now that's because it's based off of the Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon. So something I noticed that's really goofy is, look at the fucking position of his eyes. Why is his eye up there? Why isn't it like here? To me, it feels kind of high up on the head, but it is consistent between all the artwork for Red Dragon, so I presume it's just a gimmick. Just not one I'm a fan of. I'm a bit more of a fan of Pathfinder's Red Dragons. Then again, I'm kind of a fan of a lot of Pathfinder's artistic choices. Artistic, whatever. All the same shit when it comes to this. Another thing I mentioned, I'm using cheap ass paints, so if ever you want to get into this shit, don't think you gotta fucking waste money on Citadel paints or Vallejo or whatever the big brands, big ass expensive brands are. They are good, however, they are a big fucking investment, being like £3-4 a part, and you gotta buy them individually. I bought an entire box of them over there. That comes with a ton of different colours for about a tenner. They've been doing me good enough. This is kind of difficult to pick up on the camera. Doing all the inside of the wings. Bit of a pain in the bum, mate. Bit of a pain in the bum. Oh yeah, I also mentioned that I managed to get this guy in like a board game box set or something. The board game is called Wrath of Ashardalon. D&D Wrath of Ashardalon. And it comes with about 40 or so miniatures of different scales for £45, as well as the board game itself. So, considering buying a miniature like this kind of size normally would run you about 15-20 quid, and you get a large variety of them, so like, you know, you also get ones smaller like these 28mm Rat Folk. Like, this is a Games Workshop Skaven, but you get things that size as well, for 45, 40 miniatures or so. It works out really good. So even if you don't play board game and you just want to get into it like that, and you want a large set of a variety of minis, it is a good deal. This is really fucking hard to pick up on that. I'm going to come back to that in a bit. I'm going to continue on with these outer extremities at the moment. Normally with these kind of models they come in pieces, and in fact this guy did. However, they pre-assembled and glued it all in the factory or whatever, which is rather annoying. So you get rather fucking, relative to the miniature, large seams like that. Whereas someone like the Rat Folk, if I told you the arm and the shield was a separate part of him, you wouldn't be able to tell, because, you know, I fucking glued it myself. Bit of a pain, but yeah, you are getting fucking 45 minis for, sorry, you're getting 40 minis for £45, so I can't complain too much, but I'm gonna anyway. Painting's fun. This will look a bit poopy poo at the moment. I'm just blocking out the colours, and I have a feeling it's gonna bloody take a long while as well, because it's a big fucking model. of a pain. Shit. Oh, no, that's alright. I'll still take that off anyway, because that could be a bit of a unintended detail otherwise. I also gave a try at fixing up the seam lines on this guy. However, all the miniatures in the set are really weird because it's as though one half of the model, because they usually do it in two halves and they squish it together, it's as though one half of the model is to a slight different scale than the other bit. So rather than having like a seam line, it has like, I don't know, you kind of have to fucking trim half the details off and do it that way, which is not ideal. This is also not ideal, painting like this. It'd be a lot easier if I had an overhead camera set up, which is probably something I'm going to invest in after Christmas. Bruh, I am still gonna wank myself off a little and be like, I'm a good painter, because look at that, man. Not a single bit of paint on that one claw, even though I'm doing it at a weird ass angle. Though that isn't the right reason to wank yourself off if on your painting skills. I just realised you can't see what I'm doing either. I keep putting my hand in the bloody way. Yeah, that is not the right reason to jerk yourself off as a good art guy or a paint guy. Especially this early on. Jesus. It looks poopy at the moment. It's... the beauty comes in layering up all the details in that. Who's messaging me? It's just Twitter. Are we back? Hey, we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm using my phone as the webcam at the moment. So, if I get any phone notifications and I tab out of the app, the camera will pause for a sec. Good fun, good fun. Thankfully Discord and the rest of it plays well, and it automatically reconnects without any faff. Bugger, oh, this is a bit hard. Getting the underside of this hand is fucking hard, Jesus. This is the kind of... Let me try and get the perspective for you. See how dark it gets with the shadow. You're kind of working straight. You're working into there, and that's all I can see. I don't have a flashlight. Alright, I'm gonna come back to that, I think. That's another thing with this, man. You don't have to commit to anything straight away. You can go, oh, struggling a bit with that, I can come back. And you can. And just continue elsewhere, like, I'm gonna do this guy's neck now, along these ugly ass scales, or belly scales. There we are. Look how cool that is. I hope that's coming up on the stream. It is cool. Like I said before, it doesn't matter if we go over a little bit like there, because this is the base detailing at first. And I'm starting off with the most prevalent colour on the model. See, that's another fucking mould line right there. Right here, what that I'm marking out. That could have been handled a bit better if they came in pieces and you assembled it yourself. Oh, Jesus. This is a bit of a fucking heavy one. There we are. There's somewhat of the arms done. I'm going to start doing his thick thighs now. I have thought about investing in a wet palette as well, because this is another thing that I have issues with, because it's like a bare plastic palette. The paints do eventually dry on there and I have to keep reintroducing moisture, water and all that kind of stuff to it. And it does become a bit of an issue. Shit. Yeah, I got that too thick. I need to mix more of the paint in. Here we go. There we are. Nope. Either that or these are just thirsty ass legs. Yeah, I think these are something about this model is really sucking in the paint itself, which is, I suppose it's a good thing, because that means it's bonding, it's really attaching. You know, these aren't gonna fucking like flick off or whatever, like Reaper Bones models. Yeah, those models are weird as fuck, man. I smudged out a little mistake I did on the rocks there. I'm always trying to like smudge out any details I don't get, or feather them out. That's probably the professional word. That's the word we used when I was doing paint and decorating, like at college. Feathering it out makes it easy to hide when you come over with the next coat of the appropriate colour. Shit. How's that? Yeah, that's good. Bloody hell, this is an hour and a half. Fucking checking my camera angles as well as painting. Shit. I am also using a kind of a thick brush at the moment, or the thickest rounded brush I have at the moment. That's because I just want to get this first coat on first. Before I worry about anything more specific. Oh mate, that's some crack. This is Lummy, ain't it? Not Lummy. Yeah, it's Umbridge Lummy. Fucking hell, man. RuneScape's got some classic music. Alright, sorry, that was Twitter again. I'm thinking I'm gonna do the phase red as well. Jesus. Right, there we go. I've set my phone to silent, so hopefully I shan't have that issue anymore. Ooh. Yeah, that's good. I was worried to put it on a bit thick then, because it was drowning out a bit of the details here at the front. But that's just moisture, and you can also push that around a bit. Fuck, my hand's in the way again. Oh shit. Thinking about RuneScape and all. Yeah, man, this shit gives me the fucking memories, man. Remember that fucking mansion that was like an entire quest, and it had the lesser demons in, and it wasn't in. It wasn't in. It wasn't anywhere near the fucking Wildy, which was why it was so cool. It's like, why the hell are there lesser demons out here? Shit like that. RuneScape was fucking dope when it comes to fantasy. I don't even care. RuneScape is like my ideal kind of vibe for like D&D sessions, and that whenever I DM'd, it was like a cross between Fable, Witcher, and but more so leaning into like RuneScape kind of goofiness with it. I don't know, something about fucking RuneScape was dope as hell. When were you playing, Dwayne? When did you play RuneScape? What years? Are you still playing it? That'd be something interesting to talk about. I played it 2006, 2007-ish. All the way to like 2013-14, whenever RuneScape 3.0 or like the combat overhaul update came out. That's when I hopped off the RuneScape wagon. Yeah, my account though, it's fucking old. If you go on it, it's got some like rare ass event, like Halloween and Easter event clothing on. I've got like the fucking like the infamous ones as well, man. Like the fucking the chicken suit for Easter, like 2007, and the Grim Reaper hoodie, not hoodie, hood. And you know the stuff that people really want. I've got them. I don't play it all though, which is a shame, I guess. But I've got stuff to flex on people if I ever do get back in the game. Something you're also maybe already noticing is this side of the head. It's a bit lighter than this side of the head, and that's because of the Xenophil highlighting we did around 2014. because that's around when I got to understand English. Shit, man. You missed the good times, unless old school RuneScape was out then. And you hopped on that bandwagon. Shit, man. I'm like a little old boomer compared to you. like damn, I remember fucking looking for GF at the Grand Exchange, give you 1,000 fucking GP, and everyone would go shark fishing on Monkey Island and stuff like that. Man, what was that other one? The quest to kill the dragon, and you had to build your boat and everything. That one I never fucking completed, and I was always pissed off about it. I was salty as fuck, man, because I had a group of mates I would play it with, and they all helped each other do the quest and that. And because I was too busy fucking farming gold, or GP, sorry, with my woodcutting and that, because I was like the fucking pimped out money man for the group. I missed out when they were all doing that quest. Dragon Slayer, I think it was. Kind of relevant with the model we're painting. I'm fairly sure it was Dragon Slayer actually, because the quest was to kill a dragon eventually on this island. But can we focus? There we go. Oh shit. But yeah, that when I eventually got around to doing the quest, none of them fuckers were about, and so I constantly on and off tried to like one shot that thing, but yeah, nah, no chance of that. Right, that's gonna be a hard bit to record, and in fact I don't think we're gonna be able to record that, so oh shit. Let me try and do the middle central bit of his head. Because he's got like a weird ass head thing going on. There we are. Nah, man, the fucking old school days were like wild though. They eventually like fucking way surpassed me though, because I was one of those people where it's like, damn, I'm not buying members or membership till I've done like every single free to play fucking quest. I was one of those stubborn asshole kind of people. And before they started doing RuneScape, the overhauling the like combat and adding a ton of quests to free to play again, I literally only had like 2 quests to do, which was like Dragon Slayer and some like other one, which I don't really remember, because Dragon Slayer was the one that stood out to me the most. That shit was dope though. I wish I could get back into it though again, because they do have a old school RuneScape, which is the same shit that I used to play. Just it ain't clicking with me anymore, man. I wish it would. I really wish it would, but just ain't, man. It just isn't. There we go. Right, I think we're going to do some of these outside bits now. Even though he's got a fucking bare leg. that's like some meaty ass hook at the end. Will it focus? Yeah, it will. I feel like it's having an easier time focusing the more I add depth and detail and colour to this as well, because it's standing out more and contrasting with the background, which is good. Very, very good. Even the autofocus on the phone generally agrees on the principles of like this shit. Or at the very least I can say, in theory, this is working out. Yeah. Yo, this is a next level pain in the ass though. Shit, I need to like, there we go. Damn, you can tell I'm focusing when I go silent. There we are. Sorry about that, there was a little like grain of some shit on there. So I was trying to get that off. He got them though now. He got them though. Where should go? See, I went a bit over there. Gonna try. I feathered it out, but it's still there. Please focus, there we go. There you go, that's fucking one of them. Oh, Jesus. That's how many more now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uh, 8.5 more to go. Jesus. Right. God, that can't sound good. Dragging glass across a table. This isn't the best model to paint on stream. Hey Thimble, sorry about that. Deep in concentration mode. How are you, man? You haven't missed much. It's been a lot of me being quiet and fucking focusing on getting this alright. Here's what we've done so far though. So whether or not you consider that good waste of time or not, up to you. I hope you guys can see what I mean though about wanting wanting an overhead camera though, because I feel like this would be a lot easier to watch for you guys and for me to do my dingle ding. Good, you're just doing research. Hell yeah, man, what are you researching? Right, I know this is a terrible angle for you guys, but suck it up, nerds. Trying to go. Sorry, trying to calculate greenhouse effect on a made up planet. Trying to go for 80% nitrogen, 20% carbon dioxide. Okay, is this like a simulation thing or doing like hypotheticals for like a science project? Because I can certainly say that would be an interesting planet. And I would be very thankful for the lack of oxygen. Because imagine the combustion on that bloody planet. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a pretty cool hypothetical though. No, it's for a math project. Oh, okay. So it's like statistics then, would it be? Like calculating statistics. Like how bad fucking greenhouse, like not global warming, like heat rays or some shit. Can you tell I'm fucking not boomer brain already? Yeah. You knew what I meant when I was like fucking sun rays and shit, you know? I just don't study that shit in Yonks. I haven't had to, man. My profession is in like paints, colour theory and shit, not fucking sun rays. This is some funny ass thin paint. Give me a sec. I'm gonna give a little slurp. One moment. Hey, sorry about that. Oh Jesus, sorry about that, lads. Had to do something. Oi oi, let me read Fimble's post. No, 5 cosmonauts are stranded on a planet. The atmosphere is mostly nitrogen and it's a distance from the sun. It's halfway between Earth and Mars. Will the people survive a year or something like that? I mean, are you talking about like heat? Or are we talking other factors? Because I presume oxygen and energy would be more of a emergent thing to deal with than unless you're on about radiation as well. That is an interesting what if. That's actually reminds me, what is that fucking film where the guy like lives on Mars and he grows potatoes and shit because he's stranded there? That reminds me of that film. Whatever that film was. Was that film any good anyway? I might give that a little torrenty too. If I hear it was. Martian. That was it. I Am Martian or something like that. I don't remember. But the quote was like "Bring him home" or something like that. That was it. That was it. The Martian. Yeah, man. I'm not a complete Alzheimer's patient yet. Shit, I keep doing this off camera, which is not a good thing to do. And you're also getting me covering it up with my hand. Jesus Christ. NASA would leave his ass on Mars. What they would probably do is, because don't they have him, his messages and shit, like, publicised? And like, yeah, I was gonna say, don't they, like, in the film, fucking, like, make a whole hoo-ha and be like, he sends messages and they play it on, like, global news and shit. I don't think they'd do that in real life, mate. They'd probably keep in contact with him and, like, half-ass a recovery effort. Or at least bullshit to him that they're helping him. But no way they would go public with that. No way. No. I do agree with you, Fimble, though. It would be a bloody cover-up. That would be, like, super bad PR for NASA, man. They'd get all their funding cut. You don't want that publicised. If you're NASA, I mean. You probably want it... Huge waste of money as well. Yeah, that is true. Because either way, if you think about it, either way, that's going to be a massive, like, PR blow. Leaving a guy on Mars. Like that. It's going to be a massive PR blow, regardless of if you help him or not. It's going to be a massive money sink. And if you fuck up, the guy's dead. if you cover it up, the guy's dead. It's easy to just run the risk of it going public, but like keep it all hush hush and keep your fucking government funding, especially bloody NASA. They're like a huge thing. If they had like fuckers on Mars, that would be like a huge deal. It'd be another space race thing. Like, you wouldn't hear them mass publicised in their fuck ups during the Cold War, like the space race shit. But you did hear about them publishing and drawing attention to their victories and like good achievements. If we end up getting people on Mars, it's going to be another space race thing against another country, and you're just not going to publicise that kind of shit, I don't think. Right, I need more red. Who would have bloody thought, considering I'm doing a red dragon? Is this still RuneScape? It is. Epic. Thinking of a space race will happen probably due to mining asteroids and stuff. Potentially, but I don't think it's going to be between governments. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I don't think it's going to be NASA. I reckon once it kind of goes full swing, you'll see either it's going to be NASA plus SpaceX, or you're gonna see the government, especially with how like Trump is, you're gonna see them kind of send out grants directly to a corporation like SpaceX for their, space-related project, rather than to NASA, I think. Or you can have them collaborating and sharing technology between one another. Shit, man, I keep getting it out of focus. There's some funky ass music though, I like this. But who will be the not the antagonist, but who will be the opposition in this space race? I know the obvious answer is China, but I really can't see them bothering. Unless it, I don't know. I feel like they're firing on so many different fronts and so many different cylinders. It's hard to say whether or not they would go all in and focus single-mindedly on like a space race type thing, because you see them like genetically fucking engineering monkeys to have autism and weird ass shit like that. I feel like they're more of the kind of country to have their fingers in multiple pies at once, rather than go, oh yeah, space race, we'll fight on the one domain kind of thing. Africa. Yo, you got your head in that Halo lore shit, man. You got that big brain. You're after that fucking gay niggas in outer space? Shit, man. Space Days. Yeah, man. You know what's a good movie? You know what's a fucking good movie? And I'm thinking I'm gonna watch it tonight after this stream. Idiocracy. That was a good film, man. I don't even care what any of you virgins say. Idiocracy was the tits, man. They didn't get to space, did they? I don't think they did. I think they became like retards. Like planet bound in like a polluted America, wasn't it? And they used fucking like Gatorade and the plants. And that like the plot of fucking Idiocracy. They're like everybody's like super retard. I mean, it was fucking good all the way. What's some other good films, lads? Turning my PC on to Switch devices. Hell yeah. So you'll be gone in a moment. Don't worry, Dwayne. I'll keep the lack of conversation lightly, or light rather, till you're back. Oh, heck. Right, I've done most of the core of the dragon. I just got to do the wings again. Not again. I just got to do the wings now. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm gonna end the stream here for now because I'm kind of dying out in terms of commentary, but I will be doing another stream definitely after I've done all this fucking red coating and that, because I do enjoy these streams. It's just, ooh, maybe I'm gonna do one earlier on in the day, because it's like half 10 in the night at the moment, and whilst I'm alright painting, it's a bit of a headache for me to, you know, back and forth like this. So yeah, thank you for showing up, whoever did. Yeah man, it's so long.